we had a chance to go behind the scenes of one of the most electrifying productions live on stage, and I had a chance to sit down with the talent behind it all. I'm your host, Front Row Phyllis. Savor After Hours, an intimate experience of the senses filled with dance, passion, and the art of savoring every single moment. It's the perfect blend of flawless choreography and high-energy entertainment with some of the pros from Dancing with the Stars. Well, you guys recognize Artem from, that's right, Dancing with the Stars.
Hi,
you
guys.
won, what was it, season 23?
Season 29.
Okay.
Season 29, yes. It was actually during pandemic, which was
That's
a very
crazy.
interesting season, yeah, because we had no audience. It was very different from the usual season, but
Oh.
still mirror ball, so
Still
can't complain.
Mirrorball. What was that like to win that? It's a lot of work.
It's pretty surreal. So my first mirror ball trophy was 10 years ago, prior to this one in UK, which is the mother of Dancing with the Stars show called Strictly Come Dancing.
Okay.
And that was a very special moment for me because it was my very first season doing Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
And then 10 years later, trophy number 2. It's a surreal moment, you know, because you put so much blood and sweat and the process takes weeks and weeks and weeks. And
Right.
come on top, really like the icing on that cake.
Okay, so 2 words that describe Savor After Hours.
Epic is definitely one of those words, and exciting actually. The show is very unique and very special. The first time I saw the show was in Napa when it's actually debuted,
really?
and I fell in love because it's not just the dance moves. There is so much more to it. It's a character-driven, scene-driven, and it's so smartly put together that it's just captivating. And you get everything. You get laughs, you get hopefully tears. One of the numbers that I actually enjoy the most, the one hopefully will get you in tears. And there's one number that is very passionate and very aggressive. So you can kind of get the range of emotions.
We are thrilled to have joining us choreographer, director, writer, and producer, Swani. I don't know, it keeps going on and on, right? Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back in Chicago.
It is great to have you guys here. This incredible show. Like I said, so Savor After Hours, there's wine,
Yes.
there's dancing,
There are.
there's passion. Tell our viewers a little bit more about this show.
Yeah, this came from the fact that I do love wine, and I obviously love dance. It's how I started here in Chicago. That's where I got my training through dance with River North Dance Company, Hubbard Street Dance Company, Deep River Dance Company. So I like to tell stories through dance, and most of the things that I direct or write or create, I usually sit down with a glass of wine and I create the show. And I was like, well, so much more is happening when I'm actually drinking the wine. It's such a source of inspiration. Why not a show about that, or using wine as a metaphor really about savoring the moments of your life, because wine tends to bring us together, right? We're gonna share a bottle of wine, or we're gonna have a glass of wine together and talk. So this here now is really a tasting of dance, right? Kind of using those 2 things and playing with those 2 things to tell the story about savoring the moments of your life.
You know, it's almost like a different take on wine tasting, like
Correct.
like a wine tasting, like we were talking about off camera in Napa. So, but this takes our audience on a journey that they've never been through before.
Yes, because normally you sit down, if you were to sit down with a sommelier, you sit down and you have your wine tasting, and they say, oh, this has got berry flavors and effervescence, and they tell you how it's going to taste and smell and the color and the clarity of the wine. Our host's name is sommelier, not sommelier, sommelier, and she's not here to tell you what these wines taste like, smell like, their color or their clarity, but how they make you feel, what they listen in your gut, your heart, and in your soul. So it kind of takes you on more of an emotional journey and a sensory story that way, and we tell it all through dance. So the dancers at times are representing white wine or a big bold Cabernet, and it kind of layers you in as you go, and I say there is a beginning, middle, and end to this, but it's all told through dance.
Oh, this has been a pleasure, and we can't wait for tonight's show. You don't want to miss this electrifying production now through August 18th at the Broadway Playhouse. Live from the Broadway Playhouse, it's Front Row Phyllis.